EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a... They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. Gets fielded in the end zone. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll make it across the 20. As his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings.
Richmond!
From his goal line here, Watson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at his own 10. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 38. After the interception, here's Watson looking deep for Demarius. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. That's taken in by Callaway. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Point after, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 38. Fresh off the pick-6, it's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick-6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and I think the Browns got it. They did. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That one goes for 24 yards. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Going back to Lander. This time he's got it. Complete. Mayfield with it once more. Steps away to his left, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Watson trying to lay one up deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now he's forced out left, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or, even worse, an interception.
They go play action. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. That's going to lead over the middle to Callaway. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns continue to roll. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Reset! 4 down.
They'll start out on the ground as Lamar Miller. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Tiger.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Leopard.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Leopard. Now let's go.
Chubb on the counter. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch it now, Barney.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, after getting the ball in prime position to score after a fumble recovery, you think you're in a great spot. But the defense on the field is saying not so fast, and they've held firm on the first 2 plays.
Gun. All right, now look at 56.
Mayfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. Watson on 1st down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson looking deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. The final shot before the break, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better.
We'll find out. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Watson now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Play action from Miller. Now Watson rolling to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Brandon Dunn breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashad Perriman, 87 yards. And the Browns are pouring it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Two jet! Hey, 4 down.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. He's to the 10, and finally down at the 9-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just comes through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now Watson. And he's in. It's a Houston Texans touchdown.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Gun! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Got some room at the 30. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
The well-executed slant routes are based on timing, and that one was hit just right. Ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, right to the receiver. He catches it on the run, and you saw the end result. Big-time run after catch. They love those rack yards.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brashad Perriman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. From the 50, it's Watson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The Texans on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Watson, and he finds his man Griffin. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Back now in Houston, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Watson now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Again, it's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Watson off play action. Steps away. And an alley to run. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now it's Watson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. As his guys are in for 6, and the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable.
That's a whole lot of points.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 43.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Mayfield on play action. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Bernardrick McKinney in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Detroit!
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And it is incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Reset, reset, reset.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing, Mayfield. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Here's Watson now on second down. Being chased out left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long from Houston.